Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey everyone, while we were taking our daughter out for her one day early for her Gotcha Day celebration, we went to Dollar Tree nearby the place where we were eating out, and they had some really cool new Christmas items that we had never seen before. It's been a couple of years since I actually did like a major Dollar Tree Christmas haul. I think I may have done one last year, but we found some really cute things. So for starters, number one, Dollar Tree this year has really stepped up their game on the cobblestone corners pieces. They had some last year, but this year they really stepped it up. So one thing they did was they added more of these pieces. These pieces right here are actually going to go to replace pieces that broke on my skating set. That is, you've already seen that video. If not, I will try to link it down there, of our Christmas Village set that we already set up that we already have. And 3 of the pieces had actually broken because the pieces are older than I am. And so these we're hoping are going to be able to fit, and we're going to see if they will fit in the skating rink and replace those pieces. Like literally the exact pieces that I needed was 2 lampposts and a bench. So we're going to see if that works. So there is a second set of those as well. The other set that we picked out was one that says Christmas Tree Farm. It has a guy playing a violin, and then there's also a guy picking out a tree at the tree farm. Some fun ones we also found was, one of my kids loves anything pink, so when she found Winter Christmas Village pink Christmas trees, she picked those out. And then the other one was like, well, I don't really want like pink, but they have red, so she picked those out for her. The next one was, they don't have just 1 this year, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. They had 6 new houses this year. So I think this one might be from last year, but let's go ahead and go all the way through. So last year they did have some kind of Christmas Village like sweet shop, but I don't remember it looking like this at all. Also different from the ones we got like a couple of years ago is that they don't have a slot for individual battery powered tea candles that you have to buy outside of Dollar Tree. They have slots where you can put batteries in. So we're going to test all of these out today, make sure the batteries go in, make sure that they all work, they light up, and they do what they're supposed to. So this one is the sweet shop, and there's going to be some sounds. I'm touching other things plastic around me. This one is super cute as well. So one of the ones that my mother-in-law has that she's built up for herself over the years, and I love watching people slowly build their Christmas Village sets over the years, because like that's my dream to do that. She has a library, and I was like, I want to find a library. That's so cool. I want to find a library. They didn't have a library, but they had this little old-timey schoolhouse, and I love old-timey schoolhouse because old-timey schoolhouses actually teach much in the way that homeschool families today do. So I really love old-timey schoolhouses, so that was fun. And then one of the cool things about the wintertime, the Christmas season, is we always go to my in-laws' house for Christmas Eve. This year we're going the day before because Christmas Eve is on a Sunday. But they have this old-timey fire station that you drive by on the way to their house. When we saw the fire station, we're like, oh, we've got to have a fire station. There's not actually like a truck inside. That would be really cool. But maybe eventually down the road, I can get like a small little fire truck or even a bigger fire truck that at least looks like it would fit in those doors for it to go outside of it. But I love the fact of having a fire truck. And I know, you guys, I know. You've already seen the video, the short of me unboxing the really big Christmas church I bought for this year. The first big Christmas Village piece I've ever bought for myself. By the way, my husband insisted that I buy all these and have like a few more houses and things to go with our set. And he was just like, no, just do it. So I did these because my husband is amazing and loving and super supportive, and I love him to death. So, he knows that it's like my dream to like build a Christmas Village set for all of us. So he's so sweet. So he bought all of these today. But yeah, and I already had another little church as well. But this one's just, it looks like a traditional Southern church. Also, like it looks like a New England church, but like this older church style. Something just fell on the floor. It looks like an older church style, and like there's so many little southern churches that still look like this today. And I think there's also some New England churches that look like that, but like it looked like some of the older southern churches around here. So I really loved it. This one is the only actual house piece, and my kids were saying, you know, our house is so busy and our town is so busy, but we don't really have a lot of houses. So we decided to go ahead and get this house. And then my youngest one picked out this one. She just loved the fact that it was a bed and breakfast. It's a little house but it's still a business and it's a bed and breakfast. So she really loved that one. So I was like, okay, we have to get the bed and breakfast. So we went ahead and picked up the bed and breakfast as well. Let me put these things back the way they go. And then we'll talk about this next piece. It did slightly open on the way home. Pretty sure it wasn't open before we got there. But I'll show you what the other three picked out in a minute, but I told each of the kids that for today, to finish celebrating out Gotcha Day, after everybody had showers and a big lunch together and went shopping, that I wanted them to have a craft that they could do by themselves for the rest of the day. So this is what one of my kids picked out, was a painting set instead of like what the other three bought. So I really loved it though, because she was still able to find something with gnomes on it. This, I'm pretty sure, is the only non-Christmas item on here. So my oldest is wanting to try out. Apparently clips are now back in style again, of like using clips to hold your hair up are now back in style again. So she wanted to try these with the wider pieces on them. So we figured Dollar Tree was the best place to get some for her to at least try to see if she likes them before she invests a lot of money into things that she may or may not like. So the pot holders. I have this thing where seasonally I will change out the pot holders over my kitchen sink, and I use pot holders to decorate because number one, it's a kitchen item, and number two, if they get damaged or washed or damaged or anything, I can wash them or just replace them fairly easily. I absolutely love poinsettias, so I went ahead and picked out one that had poinsettias on it, and I didn't know they actually came in a 2-pack. I thought I'd have to get, buy them individually, but they do actually come in 2-packs. So this is going to go above the kitchen sink. I almost feel like I need to do a decor haul part or decor video part 2 of like what our house looks like after we put all this stuff up. So again, Gotcha Day for my oldest, and now I keep saying oldest about 2 different kids. I'm sorry guys, it's confusing, but one of the things that we have learned over this process is, and in the past we had a foster, is sometimes when you do stuff with your kids that were born into your home, there's still some experiences that your foster kid may have quote unquote grown out of, but they still may want to experience with their new family. So one of the things that I did was, we were leaving the store today, and I know it's not wooden, I know it's plastic, but I wanted to get her a nutcracker for her dresser, because I got her a nativity set last year, and I wanted to get her a nutcracker because everybody else had one. So I went ahead and got it. These are clear little lanterns that you can, and I love that they're plastic, because even with teenagers, I just like having some things plastic because I don't want them to have to worry about, oh no, I broke it. But they had these this year, and I thought these would be super cute to do something fun with. And they have like the Christmas tree ornament top. The kids can either set them on their dresser, or they can choose to put them on the tree, whichever one they want. And then whenever we finish doing what we're going to do with them, we'll probably just super glue the lid closed on them. And as you can tell from the rest of, or other things you've seen from our hauls and things, I am about anything gnomes. And so when they found a gnome ornament that didn't look super tacky or really, really cheap looking, we were like, you know what, let's just get a gnome. Because then there's gnomes everywhere else in the house, but not on the tree. So this is going on the tree. We also picked up one bag of this fake snow. And then here is the other 3 craft items, or the craft items that the other 3 kids picked out. And they're all 3 identical of these little gnomes. This is the first year I've seen like DIY tote bags where they already have a pattern on them that the kids can just color with markers. I am going to insist they put like newspaper under it so it doesn't bleed all the way through the tote bag, but they each have a pack of markers, and we also have more markers that the kids can use for arts and crafts and things that they can use in these bags. So one of the things I used to do when I went to Dollar Tree every year was I used to go to Dollar Tree and get stocking stuffers for the kids every year. And over time, it just became cheaper to get it at Walmart. So I switched to getting most of the stocking stuffers from Walmart. But I used to, every year, would buy a pack of these chocolate spoons for like Christmas Eve morning or Christmas Day morning. They can stir into their hot chocolate. So I went ahead and picked up one pack. I wish they were individually wrapped so we could put them on the drink station. But they just kind of have to stay like this. And then we just put them somewhere else because our drink station is not really compatible with like box shaped. It's better for like mug shape. So last year at the end of the year, I had this little tree that I have ornaments that my grandmother hand gave me before she passed away years ago. And she insisted that those are my ornaments, and she wanted to make sure I got those before she passed away. Well, last year at the end of the season, we went to take the tree down and one of the limbs was loose. It completely broke off and snapped part of the base. So we had to throw the tree away. There was no fixing the tree, and she didn't give us the tree. She gave us the ornaments. And I cannot find a mini tree to replace that one with. So the ornaments have just stayed bagged up this year, unfortunately, because I can't find a little mini tree that will work with it. So I wanted something to kind of fill that space for this year, so it wasn't like super depressing of, oh, my Nana tree is gone this year. So in the spot where it goes, we usually decorate, and we usually change out signs every year where it goes. So I really, really love gnomes. I've just fallen in love with the gnomes as a decor item year round, and I really love them at Christmas as well, and they're just so adorable. So I love this sign because, like, instead of it all being flat, like there's actually puff balls for their hats right there, and it says Gnome Sweet Gnome. So that's going to go where my tree should have gone this year, like my personal mini tree would have gone. And then last but not least, our boxes. After several years of celebrating Christmas, I think we've been celebrating Christmas for 8 years, I think, because our last church, you weren't supposed to celebrate Christmas. So we finally, before we left the church, started celebrating a little bit, and now we like really are just like, you know what, it doesn't matter what people say about us. It's a matter of how we feel in our heart about celebrating holidays, and it should be how we feel convicted about celebrating holidays. So we love that about our life now, is that we're more open to being like, you know what, let's just do what we feel like the Lord wants us to do, and do what we feel is best for our family. So somebody gave us used boxes for like presents for the kids at that time. Well, over time of wrapping the same boxes for kids over and over again, some of the boxes are getting worn, some of them are missing lids. So, and also just to make gift wrapping easier, because one of the things we do, real quick spoiler, is for like our kids, what we do is, instead of buying like 4 gifts for each kid, Matt and I personally pick out 1 to 3 gifts for each kid, and then each of their sisters picks out 1 gift and wraps that 1 gift for them. And that way, like, they understand the money comes from us, so it takes part of the budget for Christmas. But it's also their way of saying, I personally chose this for you. So this would make it super easy, because we just bought more bows, and then we could put ribbon on if we want to, and then they could just tape the boxes shut and put bows on it to make it a little bit easier to wrap for their siblings. So this one is a 3, the label's backwards. This is a 3-pack, and it says wishing peace, love, joy, and joy this holiday season. Oh, hey, there's an easier way to see it. Hey, this is a 3-pack, and I love this size. This size is great for American Girl doll clothes. And this size is great for like clothing. Art supplies even fit in this kind of size box right here. Oh, I didn't know that. I did not see that in store. I just saw the poinsettias, and you guys already know, like, I go crazy for poinsettias. I go crazy for poinsettias. This one says let it snow. It's so cute, and I have one that loves snowman, so that's gonna be cool. And then there was this set, because again, the snowman, and I love how it just looked like antique looking ornaments, because Matt and I always say that we decorate like farm style, older home kind of decorating. So, oh, and this one says a very Merry Christmas. So that's gonna be cool. So we have new boxes to decorate with, and to wrap, well, I guess technically decorate the presents and wrap with. And that is it for our Dollar Tree Christmas 2023 haul. Thank you to all of our members for supporting this content and allowing us to continue making videos. And thank you so much to every single one of you who like, who watch, who give those positive comments, who subscribe to our channel and help us to continue making these videos for you guys, and also to help our kids as well. And thank you so much. Merry Christmas, and we will see you next time.